Since Mr. Capuano went on for so long, I'll keep my remarks brief. You know, I think this is our third hearing in this committee. We've also held hearings in other committees on infrastructure initiatives, the $1 trillion that the President promised during the campaign, and yet we've seen nothing concrete, not to make a bad pun, from this administration or the White House. I started a clock, which is based on the estimates of the Texas Transportation Institute of the costs of congestion in America. And that clock, since the inauguration, has run up $110 billion of wasted time for individuals and businesses because of congestion. Yet we don't have a proposal. The most substantive thing we've heard was from the President's chief economic advisor, Gary Cohn, who talked about so-called asset recycling, that is, bribing states to sell their assets to private interests who would then presumably toll them. You know, there are a lot of problems with that proposal. We also saw that they started talking about, well, we're going to put up $200 billion, source unknown, of federal money, and the other $800 billion will come from the private sector and the states. Well, the problem is 24 states, including mine, have already acted to increase gas taxes or wholesale rack taxes and license fees and all sorts of other things, but they don't have a willing federal partner to help deal with their huge infrastructure needs. If we do, you know, want to incent states, it should also have a look-back provision to say, well, for states within the last number of years, 2 years or so, you know, should also get the same sort of matching payments that Mr. Cohn was talking about. It wouldn't, because there are quite a number of states that haven't raised their user fees or gas taxes in more than 2 decades. We don't want to reward that sort of behavior while penalizing those who actually felt a little pain and went out and did something about it. Obviously, rail is, you know, definitely needs more focus. It's way more efficient than trucking. I used to say it was the most efficient in moving freight until a gentleman who owns a large towboat company in my district, Dale Sauce, reminded me that barges are more efficient. You know, but it is a great way to be moving freight and facilitating our economy. It's also a good way to move people, also very efficient. And so, you know, I was sad to see that the President basically proposed to kill Amtrak yet again. We've been through that debate. Congress has acted longer term on a minimal bill to keep Amtrak on life support, and we shouldn't back away from that. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I thank you for convening this hearing and look forward to hearing from the witnesses.
Thank you, Mr. DeFazio.